Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday. A user emailed me a few days ago and asked me, they noticed that my user picture was a picture of me, Shay, and Katie Lett, and they asked me about my experience with meeting them. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Last spring break, I found out that I was going to Florida. And I know some of you guys might be like, oh, you live in the suburbs, it's whatever, you guys go on vacation. No. My parents believe in the spring cleaning thing, so I usually spend 9 days reorganizing the entire house over spring break. But this year, we were actually going to go to Disney World and Universal Studios and hit the beaches, and I was so happy. Then I found out that Playlist Live was the same weekend. And my happiness went from to, oh my gosh, Playlist Live, what? That's crazy. I was going to meet YouTubers. So then the next day in class, I wrote letters to some of the YouTubers that I was going to be excited to meet. And I wrote one to Shay, Katie Lett, and all the kids, including Shaytards. The next day, I was going to order the tickets when I realized that even though my sister's elementary school and my brother's middle school had the day off on the Friday before spring break, my high school did not, which means that by the time we drove down there, I would have missed the first day of Playlist Live. And I begged my mom, I'm like, please let me skip school. But my YouTube addiction was not as important as my academics. In her point of view, I was pretty upset. So we went to Florida. It was really fun. We went to Disney World. We were spending 2 days at Universal. The first day we went, we did the main Universal, and then we were going to go another day to the Islands of Adventure. Then, the day before our second day at Universal, Shay said that in his vlog that he was either planning on going to Universal Studios or Disney World. And then I got excited again. So the next morning, I woke everyone up super early, and I put my notes to the Shaytards that I had written back in Chicago. I put them in my bag. So we got to the park, and I couldn't even concentrate on anything besides looking at people and going, is that Shay? Is that Shay? And my siblings, who know very much about my YouTube addiction, would ask me, hey, is that Shay Carl? And then I'd be like, oh, what? And then it wouldn't be. And I fell for that over and over again. It was so bad. It was nearing probably like 7:30. People were starting to leave. They were getting tired, and I was getting tired, and I kind of gave up, and I'm like, okay, let's go home. And then my brother said, I think those people who just passed us walking the other way were Shay. And I said, yeah, right, I'm not falling for that again. Quickly looked over, and then double take. Oh my gosh, it was a man in a green shirt with a really skinny wife, and they were both pushing strollers, and a little boy was walking beside them, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So I ran like 200 meters. I'm like, oh my gosh, and I got so lucky because they kind of pulled off to the side to rest. And in my mind, I was like, hello, Mr. Shay Carl. Hello, Miss Katie Lett. It's nice to meet you. I am very honored to have this pleasure today, but in reality, all that came out was, oh my gosh, you're Shay Carl. And he said, no, I'm Sexy Phil, and this is Lisa Nova. And I laughed so hard. He probably thought I was such a dork. It's YouTube humor. It was funny. I was trying to catch my breath, and my family caught up to me, and I gave him the letters that I had written, and I gave all the kids their letters, and he looks at them, and he's like, I'll definitely read these. And then he looks at my handwriting, who everybody says is like the sloppiest thing in the world, because it is. But you know, when I wrote them, I was really careful, and he goes, I like your handwriting. So every time a teacher complains about my handwriting, I'm like, Shay Carl liked it. I don't care what you think. It was super amazing. Shay is exactly the same in his videos as he is in real life. It's like completely shocking because I had watched him for months since day 133 was the first video I saw. And all of a sudden they were like there in reality, and I knew that they were real people, but it was still really odd to me. Like even thinking back, I'm like, whoa, what is that? He was exactly the same. The kids were laughing and giggling, and Princess Tard and Baby Tard had lollipops that they got from Wizarding World, like the big rainbow spiral ones, and Rock Tard when it was in his stroller. It was so cute. And Sun Tard and my brother were talking, and I'm like, Sun Tard, if you came to Chicago, you'd be so cool and stuff. And Katie Lett is really tiny in real life. Like, I never thought about it because she commands so much authority as Mommytard, but she's like 5'1", just a tiny person, and she has a really quiet voice, and Shay actually looks thinner in real life than he does in his videos. But I'm not gonna lie, a couple things were kind of disappointing about this encounter. Number one, I didn't buy this camera, you guys right here, I didn't buy it until a month after I met Shay. And I was kind of inspired to buy it because I'm like, I can't believe I met Shay Carl and I didn't get like a live recording of it. That's so lame. What the heck? What was I thinking? And number two, Shay has lost like almost 50 pounds since I met him, and I really want to see the new Shay, It's kind of exciting. I don't know. It's like he's a different person. He's like more energetic and stuff. So, Shay, if you ever want to come visit Chicago, VidCon 2013 could be in Chicago. You never know. Or if you stop by, you should definitely do a gathering, because I would love to have a round two. Overall, this pretty much made my year. My friends are sick and tired of hearing about it. Every time someone mentions it, I'm like smiley for like an hour afterwards. My family doesn't really understand why, but it was so important to me because they're all role models, and it was such a joyous experience. It was unbelievable. So if you guys have ever been incredibly starstruck or met any YouTubers, gone to any gatherings, please let me know, because I know I am definitely not the only one, even though my friends and family think I'm crazy. Don't forget to be awesome, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.